What are the love energies around your divine counterpart? Hi, beautiful soul. Thank you for joining me, Mystic Miya, here on Mostly in the Moment for another divine love pick a card reading. So we're looking at relationships that are kind of like twin flames, divine counterparts, ultimate soulmate energies. They're the highest form of romantic love on this earthly plane. And so it might not resonate with everyone, but if you're a light worker, star seed, spiritual warrior, spiritual teacher, like this will resonate with you, especially if you've been on the spiritual journey. No matter when you've awakened, if you're on the spiritual journey, like this will resonate with you if you're into having that divine love in this lifetime. And so I just finished the readings, and they ended up being like from both point of view, like yours and your twin flames energies at the same time, because at this point there's physical union happening. The physical union energies are already here, and they're going to manifest in different ways for people, because I realized, like, I asked Spirit, like, should I even do piles? And they're like, yes, because even though it's the same energy hitting this earth, the divine love energies, they're going to manifest for people in different ways depending on where they are in their spiritual journey. And then also the piles 1 through 4, they're kind of like chronological as well. So not only do they resonate with people depending on where they are on their spiritual journey, but this also kind of shows you this kind of energy over the period of like a month or two, maybe a few months, and how it might look from beginning to end. So it's a timeless reading, and I hope you enjoy it, and I wish you much love and light. Hey, beautiful pile one. We're looking at your divine love energies and their thoughts of you right now. Whether you know this person, you're in little to no communication, or you have yet to meet this person, or meeting with them energetically. I'm going to start with spiritual, emotional, mental, and physical. I want to start spiritual because I'm connecting with my spiritual brothers and sisters, so you'll understand. And I'll just start with like the physical energies. All right. The divine rising. All right. So there is, I'm getting advancement of the soul. So both of you are kind of leveling up at this time. So that's probably why you're both connecting very strongly. So for some of you, I'm getting like you're upgrading your life in a very, very big way. And I feel like a lot of you are going to be, because this is like such a significant time in our in our world, where a lot of people are ascending to their 5D energies right now. Like, it's happening in real time, as like around the time that I post this, like people are going into the 5D, like the timeline shift is happening. And some of you might not be entering these energies for, a year, a few years, several years, or like a lot of people are going to be entering these energies like sometime in this age of Aquarius, the next 20 years or something. But or even later than that. But like the folks that I'm connecting to have done the spiritual work, that are ready to enter this new 5D energies. And so you're connecting with your person so much stronger now. So energetically, spiritually, you probably have been getting a lot of like twin flame signs or divine counterpart signs, a lot of like, kind of strong lovey-dovey kind of connections and sign synchronicities from the divine. So like if you speak with your spirit team and your higher self often, you probably understand when like they're giving you advice, or helping you, guiding you, giving you some light, some wisdom. And then the difference between that and when there's something like romantic and lovey-dovey, it's like, oh well, that's not coming from an ancestor or my guardian angel. That's definitely coming from my divine counterpart energy. So if you're getting a lot of those kinds of signs, that that like you're upgrading, your energies are upgrading, and so are theirs, and that's why you're having this moment of like clear connection energetically. Ace of Cups, yeah. So you probably are getting a lot of like twin flame signs, messages, songs getting stuck in your head that are of a very romantic nature. like kind of like whispering sweet nothing. So like kind of like, this is how the life we're gonna live, getting visuals of like, this is not too far ahead, getting in touch with each other, kind of like touching base. You might see their inner child, you might see a potential future child with them, or you might see like the location you would be living, or a potential pet that you two might have together, or just like things that would happen in your life kind of start coming through, but in their voice, like they're involved in somehow, like it's a collaborative thing, because they're experiencing this too, but they're not really understanding it, but they're going with the flow. They're definitely like they're like, oh, if this is someone that I'm connecting with, like what would I want to tell them, or you know, I want to show them what I'm thinking about now, or that this is something I'm interested in. So it's more like specific. It's still light communication. It's still very basic communication, but it's there. I can feel it between twin flames. It's like there. You're getting the communication romantically. All right, so what about emotionally? What about emotionally? Meant to be, yeah. So these energies are coming back to you and your divine counterpart at this time, where it's like, yeah, like what is meant to be will be kind of energy. Sorry if I'm talking so loud. I put the microphone so it only picks up voice in one direction in my voice, like where I'm speaking, but there is such loud landscaping noises going on in the backyard, in the vicinity. Sorry, I can't even think because it's that loud. So if I'm speaking loudly and a little bit furiously, that's why. Okay, so meant to be. So they're even picking up the energies of I feel like something is happening. I feel like I'm connecting to someone. I feel like I'm about to like embark on this new journey in love or in life, in both. So they're definitely feeling it as well. And I feel like you are too. You feel like something's happening. I trust the universe. I feel like something is like, you're probably getting so many signs, synchronicities that something is happening, you know, positively. And you're just kind of open, like however that happens, and they are open too, and they're trusting their instincts, their intuition as well. Divine timing. Oh my goodness. Be patient while things are unfolding. This connection is worth the wait. Yeah, see? So like I feel like you're kind of in like a period where you know things are manifesting for you, and it's like happening in real time. It's happening right now whenever you're watching this. I'm getting like within weeks, within a couple of months at most. But I feel like, yeah, things are happening right now, and they're unfolding right now. Every day, every hour that passes, more and more unfolds. And this is going to pop into your life in, I'm getting a few weeks. Like, so this, for this pile specifically, this is happening now. These are the signs, synchronicities you're getting now. You're leveling up now. And your person is on board, and everything's lined up, and it's just unfolding. It's just happening right now. And it might take a couple of weeks, a few weeks to kind of unfold fully. All right, so mental energies. What's in the plans here? Thor's red, black, and gold dragon. Protects you in time of change. Yeah, okay, so there's a lot of changes happening. Rapid transition and transformation. Relax, you are safe. So it might feel kind of uncomfortable. You might be feeling a lot of irritation, annoyances, frustration, because you're not in the timeline you're supposed to be in anymore. You're not in the environment that you're supposed to be in anymore. So it just feels like, you know, you're shaking off your old skin, and everything around you is like kind of annoying, triggering, or doesn't sit well with you anymore. And that's just a normal sign of like a lot of changes are happening, and you're kind of coming out of your cocoon into this new world soon. And so it's a little bit uncomfortable, and Spirit's like, just stick with us, just to stick with us. I know it's uncomfortable. You're protected while this changes happen. Like, don't worry, you're not going to do anything rash. Nothing bad is going to happen to you. You might see weird things happening around you, but you just, you know, put your head down, get through this, distract yourself, enjoy as much time to yourself or with others as you can as you wiggle your way out of this old skin into the new world. Okay. Restriction, the devil. Yeah, because I feel like you might feel like you have to wrap up old things and do things that you don't want to do. You might feel kind of like the walls are closing in on you, and that's just Spirit saying that's just normal at this time because you are leaving this 3D life into the 5D. So Spirit's just like, just go with the flow. Enjoy as much time as you can, whatever you enjoy doing, your hobbies, people you enjoy talking to, just stick with those things. Distract yourself. Try not to purposely put yourself in 3D situations with people, places, or things that are 3D, because that will just add to your frustrations. Do as bare minimum as possible with 3D related things, and just kind of do things that kind of prepare you to the 5D. Maybe you want to clean out things that you own, to clear out energies, and just focus on things that make you happy or that are healthy for you. Even if you are falling back on some things that like might give you comfort, like some soul food or some spa treatments, or things that cost a little bit of money or a little bit indulgent, some chocolates, some extra wine, whatever it is, like Spirit's like, that's fine, but also like counterbalance it with like good habits as well, and that will be totally fine, like totally understandable at this time. All right, and then physical. The sounds finally stopped. I'm so happy. It feels like these messages needed to come through, and like I needed to feel that frustration in order to relay that message, I feel it, pile one. I feel the frustration and annoyance. Okay, so the physical energies. Patience, please. Okay, the patience here. You're protected. What you're asking for is coming about. Have patience, as there are unseen factors that need to occur first. Okay, so Spirit's like, there are things already manifesting for you that are supposed to come through right before this divine union. So whether you're with your person already or you're meeting them for the first time or they're coming back into your life, like there's definitely a level up in divine union happening. And so they're asking for patience. Ace of Mirrors, Ace of Swords, fresh meat. Yeah, I'm getting like you're still raw after, shedding your old skin. You're fresh meat, like you're new to this 5D energy, so it's going to take you a second to kind of adjust to that. So like, yes, you're meeting your 5D divine counterpart, your twin flame, but you have to enter the 5D energies fully in order to sustain that. So there's good things happening. All these frustrations that you feel with 3D are shedding away very rapidly right now. Rapid changes. You're safe. You're protected. Don't worry. Trust yourself. Trust the divine. Everything's good. Just relax through it. Breathe through it. If you need some extra comfort food and this and that, like totally understandable. Maybe you want to counteract that with a little, more workouts or going for more walks or yoga sessions or talking with friends and stuff like that. Totally understandable. But they're leading you into 5D first, and because it's like such a brand new world, they're gonna set you up with things that can help you adjust to that 5D energies, and then you'll be able to connect with more 5D connections, not just your divine counterpart, but other people and other situations, people, places, and things better as when they kind of introduce you, give you the tutorial, give you like the tour, and give you some training. So yeah, but I don't doubt that you're both kind of going through this. So I won't, like, for some of you, you're going to meet them like right before you head into the 5D. Some of you are while you're heading into the 5D. I consider this period in time for those that are already kind of at this place. You're going to meet each other while going into this 5D energies. For others, it's going to be a little bit in the future or far in the future. if you've done the spiritual work, this is like for my spiritual brothers and sisters, like this is happening now for you, or are you gonna know it's happening for the next like few years or several years, like where you're at this point. But yeah, I feel like for most of you, like you're going through this like 5D portal together, you're going through this 5D transition together, and so like you're both kind of in this uncomfortable stage where you're like, oh, you'd like to connect, but you understand you have to get things done first. You need to go through the training. You need to go through adjusting your energies and stuff first. So both of you are kind of feeling it, but you're connecting to each other. Ace of Cups, Ace of Mirrors, you're connecting to each other very strongly at this time. Divine timing is at play. Things are happening. Patience, because even though you feel like this isn't still a few weeks away, a few months away, no, it's happening now. It already started. It just takes that long to unfold everything, but you're already in this union energy. It's already unfolding for you, pile one. With this red, black, and gold energy, I'm getting like total Iron Man like vibes. Yeah, because I feel like you're getting all these like powers overnight, and you might still have your 3D ego, so like what happens when you give too much power to someone who's in too much of their ego, right? They're just wanting to fight with everyone. They want to take on the bad guys by themselves and without any plan of action or any consideration for the other people involved, really, right? So it's kind of like, no, you have to like ease yourself into this, and it's enjoyable. So you're gonna enjoy this. You're rising. You're upgrading. So you can see like things are gonna be a lot peaceful and happier. It's a little bit frustrating and a little bit irritating at this time, but that's just transitional, and it's for a very short period of time. So that hopefully will ease you through it. Okay, pile one. So I hope you enjoyed the reading. If you resonated with it, I really appreciate it. Like a comment, and I wish you much love and light, and a lot of good things are happening. So a lot of good luck, and yeah, take care. Hi, beautiful pile 2. We're looking at your divine love energies, what they're thinking of you now. So I'm going to start with spiritual, then emotional, mental, and physical. I know I'm talking to my spiritual brothers and sisters here, so I'm excited that I can start with spiritual instead of physical energies, and you'll be cool with that. Birthing the new. Okay, so both of you are kind of getting a lot of new things coming in right now. A lot of new things. It's incredible how many new things. It's like a brand new life starting for you right now. And Nine of Pentacles, yeah, especially in terms of physical things. So like you're gonna be receiving a lot of physical abundance. That's money, that's job opportunities, that's better home situation, better home opportunities, better neighborhoods, better neighbors, better outfits, things that just your style, things that resonate with you, better furniture, better car, better everything. Okay, just a lot of things. But most of these things are going to be like possessions, material possessions. So lucky you, pile 2, you're getting your physical abundance at this time. All right, so okay, I'm getting, because of that, both of you are kind of, actually, I'm getting that both of you have kind of been holding energies in the 5D stronger and stronger, which is why you're receiving your physical abundance now. Meaning that you've been able to keep your headspace in a really, really good place no matter what's going on around you. And that's allowing for more physical abundance to come in, because like to hold that energy, to hold that mentality of beautiful things are happening for me. I'm very grateful. I have so many beautiful things around me to look at and to be grateful for. And I'm just so happy with my life right now. And happy thinking about visualizing what's coming in the future and how beautiful that is. happy with the people in my life, happy about what I get to do right now, in this moment, in the next moment, and today, this week. Like, I feel like you're in the 5D energies mentally so often and so strongly that you're able to bring in your 5D abundance now. I've been talking about this for a little bit, but like a lot of light workers, starseeds, twin flames, what do you want to call yourself, have been able to are releasing a lot of 3D things, including their 3D material possessions. And don't be alarmed if that happens, because you're connecting to the 5D and you're receiving more 5D abundance. So the more you can keep yourself in that 5D mentality, the faster and stronger and more things are of the 5D abundance are going to come through. And the stronger you're able to hold it, and longer, even bigger and bigger physical manifestations. So good for you, pile 2. I was going to say, you when I said like you're lucky, I was like, in a way, because I feel like it's not luck, it's hard work. Like you worked hard to keep your state of mind in that high frequency. All right, so emotionally, how are you two feeling? What are their thoughts of you? Strength. Okay. I came out in reverse, so I feel like your person is feeling very strong, but at this specific time, they're kind of not feeling their best. I feel like this is the best they've ever felt in terms of connecting with their true authentic self and knowing who they are. Their mental, emotional, spiritual strength, even their physical strength might be at their prime, but even so, they're feeling kind of weak a little bit. I got this image of like someone laying in their hospital bed with like all these like tubes hanging out and stuff, and it's just kind of like, you can be so mentally, emotionally, physically, and spiritually strong, but if you're like kind of like in a situation where things are out of your control, out of your hand, and I feel like at this point in time, pile 2, for you especially, that it really feels like you've never felt so strong in so many ways, but never felt like less in control of your life, you know, and having to trust the universe and having faith in the universe that, like, you know, letting them take over and letting them do their thing, because you've done as much as you can, and now you have to let them do their thing. So your person is also feeling this, pile 2. Okay. Emotionally, how they feel about you. Take your power back. You are giving someone control over how you feel. Your happiness should only depend on you. So I feel like with all the energy that you're gaining physically through physical material means right now, so you're probably having things manifest like left and right. It might start with just like, you know, you're walking down the street, you see something in the shop, you might see something in a store or something online that you're like, wow, this is exactly what I was looking for. This would be perfect. I would take care of it. This is like an investment, but like I'm getting like an espresso machine or something like that, like something that's like you would take time researching before you bought the right one, something that you would have to take care of, but you want good quality and you'd like, you know, appreciate it, but you would also take care of it. Like finding these kinds of things. So it might start with like something like that, like an espresso machine or something like that. And then you'll see that like that kind of upgrade is happening all around you and like all things. Or, you know, you might have like an old necklace. It's like a family heirloom that was passed down to you, and you find it and you're like, okay, I'm going to clean this up. I'm going to give it like proper maintenance and care. And so all these kind of things are happening where you're receiving all this like 5D abundance from however it comes through in your life. And it's like things that are like worth your time and energy, and you put a lot of value into and have high frequency energy. So you're taking your power back. Because I'm not saying that like you already took your power back when it comes to anything in the 3D that was siphoning your energy without your knowledge, or that you don't want siphoning your energy anymore. So that's already released, but I feel like you're taking your power back in terms of your 5D energy. Like you have to release this 3D version of yourself, and like the 3D version of what you felt gave you strength, and now you're getting the 5D version of what gives you strength. I don't know what that means exactly, but if this is your pile, you'll know what that means. So when it comes time, when this is like when you'll discover it. Like, you know, maybe in 3D, the amount of likes you got on your social media account made you feel powerful, made you feel like you had power. The amount of money that you had, or your status at work, or something like that, you know? And maybe some of those things will still give you power in your 5D life, but I feel like in different ways. You know, it's like, how much money can I make in order to, you know, start projects that help other people? That's like what gives you power now. How many ideas can you put out there? How many people can you help, even if it doesn't give you status or you don't feel recognized for it? That's not going to give you, that doesn't matter, because like that's not what gives you power anymore. What gives you power is recognizing other people's power and strengths and showing it to them, or helping them discover it, or leading them in a direction that would benefit them, without being like, I know all, I can channel wisdom from the spirit realm, or I have knowledge in this area because I've, you know, have my master's, I studied it for so long. No, like, that's not the point. It's like having that person discover it, having that person, you know, helping that person on their journey, rather than just being like, oh, I'm smarter than you, or I'm better than you, like, just listen to me, this is what you should do, kind of thing. So like true power comes from recognizing like other people's power, other people's divinity, you know? And like where is their creativity? Where does their uniqueness lie? What are some of their best traits? Showing that to people, like that's where true power can come from. When you empower others. There we go. Finally got there. I'm like, Spirit, where are we going with this? All right. So your person is also kind of having this kind of like ego death, maybe. I feel like it's not bothering them so much because they probably had ego deaths before, whether it was like, I'm getting like for some of them, it was like drug induced, but like, you know, I feel like if you're this far along in your spiritual journey, you've definitely had at least one ego death, if not many, you know. You know, you don't want to be straight tripping thinking you're the only, like, most important person in the world, but also not thinking you're not special at all. So you're special and you're not special at the same time. And if you can hold both of those concepts, these two contradictory ideas at the same time, then, you know, you're already headed in this direction of you're powerful, and you can see the power in others as well, because you can see the power within yourself. You know, everyone's just a mirror, everyone's just you, everyone's just source energy. So I feel like you're getting your power back in a different way. Sorry, it's taking me a second to kind of conceptualize what Spirit's trying to tell me here. 1 second. Okay, so Spirit's like had to tell me in like a third grade form. They had to explain it to me like as if I was a kid. They're like, imagine that you're, you know, plugging into an energy source, but the energy source isn't that clean, you know? And then you unplug from that energy source and you plug yourself into a much, much cleaner energy source. It's kind of like that. Okay. Oh my God. Okay, I'm getting it now. Okay, so, all right. Do you know how the movie oh my God, I can't even speak. Monsters, Inc. Is based on kind of like that real concept of how demons and dark energies siphon people's energy through their fears and through their negative emotions. I feel like it's like changing from feeding off of people's fear to gaining energy from other people's positive vibes. But it's like kind of they're feeding off of your energy, you're feeding off of their energy, their positive vibes from both of you are like feeding each other. And I'm getting like it goes into the fact that your thoughts create reality. Well, all of you, you're gonna be connecting with people who refills your own cup, and also putting in positive thoughts about how the environment is created, because our environment is created through our thoughts. So you're connecting with like-minded folks who are also able to refill your energy and you refill theirs. So there's a lot of synergistic energy going on. What does this have to do with your twin flame? Yeah, with the amount I had to just go through to figure out what Spirit was trying to say, I feel like both of you are in kind of like a hermit mode, trying to upgrade the way that you interact with the world, upgrade the way that you behave outwardly, from the inside out. And it's like, I feel like you've been through such a huge transformation that this is kind of confusing. It's something so new, so brand new, that it's gonna have to, like, you're just gonna have to go through it. It's not unpleasant. It's just so vastly different from how you've been operating this whole time. You've been operating from the program of the old matrix, and now you get to operate from a higher dimensional place, higher frequency place. And it's just like, learning how to walk and talk again. For you, it's more natural, pile two, because as a light worker, starseed, like, you kind of have this innate knowing of how to operate in this way. You kind of did a lot in your lifetime, even though other people and the environment kind of crushed you down again. So you have a little bit more, you remember it a little bit more than most people. But it's still kind of like, I don't know, for example, if you got like 2 more legs implanted in you and 2 more arms, it's like, okay, how do I work these other arms and legs? It's like an upgrade. But I'm so sorry. Spirit's giving me such like high level concepts, and I'm trying to explain it in the most basic way possible. And hopefully these metaphors make sense. Plugging yourself into more cleaner energy, and like you're operating into like in such a new way that it feels like you're operating more limbs, operating more senses, operating on a higher like brain capacity. And so I'm getting you and your partner are just kind of like, like, you're just kind of like overload. It's like stimulus overload, and you just kind of have to like rest and be by yourself and kind of figure this out. Okay, hopefully that made sense. Oh my goodness. All right, so mental energies. Gold and silver, violet flame dragon. Transmute old around you with wisdom and grace. Yeah. It's time for transmutation, magic, and healing. Offer service under grace. Yeah. With the violet flame, I'm definitely getting twin flame energies. And the gold and silver, I'm getting like you're upgrading like every like square inch of yourself. Like you're upgrading your body, but you're upgrading your energy. And it's just like, like upgrading your energy is way more intense than you think. It changes you from the inside and out. The way it's like, we will recognize it in the 3D way of like, yeah, your diet might change, the way you behave, the way you think might change, we see these changes happen when you just change to a healthy diet, but when you change your energy, you see these changes when you change to a different fuel source, right? Like just for your body, when you eat healthier energy food, when you consume TV and movies and books that are more high frequency, like you can see the changes that happen in your body, in your mind, and the way that you behave towards others immediately, right? So imagine what happens if you instead of just eating cleaner food and watching cleaner, consuming cleaner like TVs and content and stuff like that. Imagine if you stopped eating food from this world and started eating divine food. like from the heavens, you know, and stopped watching TV and reading books from this dimension and started reading TV, watching TV and watching shows, because they wouldn't have TV there. They would have performances and books from the higher realm. Like, that's the kind of transformation I'm talking about. So I feel like you have no idea what you're stepping into just yet, pile 2, or you might have an idea, but you don't know it. No one's going to really know it until you walk through it. So that's what I'm getting is happening for you and your person. So it's not even like you're even thinking about each other, because you're just kind of like, you know, there's like a psychedelic light show going on in your face, and you're like, I can't look at anything else besides like the amazing things that are unfolding right now, right? You're trying to get like a feel for what's happening with your body, with your mind, with your psyche, your psychic gifts coming on. Like, it's crazy. Okay, so what are you guys thinking? No anxiety. 9 of Clouds and 9 of Swords in reverse. You're both going with the flow. This is great. So for this particular pile 2, in terms of your twin flame journey, both of you have so much going on that you're not really thinking of other people right now. Right now, you're just kind of in it, and you just got to get through it. And it's not unpleasant. It's actually opposite of giving you anxiety. It's giving you so much like love feeling. When you know you're connected to a higher frequency energy, you just feel like constant love energy. It's powerful, it's strong, it's soothing, it's blissful, it's surreal. So you're in la la land. Like, you're just like, I'm in heaven. I'm just enjoying everything around me. You're, you know, looking at these butterflies, you're looking at nature, you're playing with nature, you're meditating, you're just in it. You're just living your best life. Yeah, like a cat with a yarn ball. Like, you're just playing. You're just in the moment. You're not thinking about anything else. It's probably so refreshing and relieving, relieving to kind of, a relief to kind of just, for once, just be in the moment, appreciate the beauty and the divinity of each moment. Things are going by, like, relating to time slow, like, differently. And having a more intuition, stronger intuition. And it's like kind of like when a superpower comes online, you just kind of take a second to kind of be in the moment and enjoy it and figure it out. All right, so physically, what's going on with your twin flame. I know this is probably not the reading you expected, but if you pick this pile, like, you're ready. You're ready for something big in your life, like a huge inside and out, like divine change where you cannot deny this is divine plan at work. Who do you need to forgive? As you release old anger or resentment, you will find that your wishes will come true. Okay, so I'm getting, because like you're entering 5D, obviously, pile 2, you're entering 5D. Like, this is your body is changing. This is your physical body change as you go into 5D. Sorry, this reading, I'm going to have to commandeer it into just whatever needs to be said. You're gonna find, I'm getting like, you're this like very angelic, like statuesque person, like almost like, I'm getting like the elves from Lord of the Rings, like very like, you know, very demure, very stoic, or very kind of elegant and graceful in everything that you do. That you're going to be seeing a lot of the way that you behaved as your human self, which is so weird. I'm kind of relating this old version of you to like this 3D version of you as your human self, because I feel like what you evolve into is like beyond humans as we know them now. It's like evolved. So I feel like you're looking at this other people. There's going to be people, places, and things. There's going to be family members, friends, people you've known, situations that you were in that come through, and you just kind of relate to it on such a different level. You're like, this is from a different lifetime. I don't even remember these people, places, and things. You can have very, like, you're not going to remember these things as strongly because you're in a completely different, like, your brain chemistry has changed. Your entire body chemistry has changed. You're in this completely different new world now, that your old life as a human in your 3D life thus far is going to feel like a far off distant memory. So especially in the beginning of your transformation, this is going to be kind of like unusual for you, and you're going to remember more now than later. So like, this is the time where you're kind of, where you can do some release work of the type of human you used to be. This is wild. This is the kind of reading I would do on my other channel before I merged, like my highly spiritual readings. But that's what I'm trying to bring onto this channel, is just people who resonate with these very, very high level spiritual messages. And you don't have to take it from my word. Like, you can interpret it in however you want to interpret it, but these are the energies. Queen of Rings, the single mom. Queen of Pentacles. Okay, so I'm getting with the Queen of Pentacles, like someone who's kind of nurturing themselves. The Nine of Pentacles here, the Nine of Swords in reverse, the two nines. It's like kind of like, this is a really good time to take care of yourself. And I'm getting like, take care of your old life. It's not going to mean much to you. You could just drop it if you needed to, but I feel like while you can, might as well take care of what you can from the old life while you kind of adjust to the new. Because I'm feeling like, I feel like for a lot of you, you're going to quit your jobs, like, or just like spend like a month or two just kind of, I feel like month, I keep getting month, at least a month, 5 weeks, 6 weeks or something, just staying at home and taking care of yourself. I'm getting a month, 1 month. 1 month off. You might at your current home or go somewhere else for a month, just so you can go through these changes in peace and kind of, like, mother yourself. I'm getting very interesting. So at this time, it feels like you and your twin flame are going through something very profound in the physical, like physical abundance coming through. I feel like you're so okay with, like, you're in this new version of yourself, and I feel like it's almost like you might, if you saw yourself in that way right now, you'd be like, oh, they're so robotic, or they're so like they look so divine, they seem so statuesque, but like, I don't know, it's like kind of looking at an angel, right? You're just kind of like, you don't know what to think. Like, they're thinking a lot, they're very powerful, they're doing a lot, but you're in such a lower frequency compared to that angel that you're just kind of in awe, right? You're just kind of like overwhelmed, and it's just like, oh, they're barely moving, or they're glowing, or, you know, like the light, the energy that they're giving off of is so mesmerizing, it's so comforting, you know? So I feel like you're realizing it's just better to kind of be on your own right now as these changes happen. With the physical manifestations here, I wouldn't be surprised if you start receiving messages from your person. I feel like it'd be telepathic at first, because you're not really putting any importance on physical things, even though physical things are manifesting for you. So you might find that you are guided to a specific location, a specific home, a specific like work opportunity, or specific people. And it just kind of manifests magically for you, and you're not even questioning it. You're like, yeah, because you're in that higher divine energy, so you're not questioning like how things manifest and how things align for you and how quickly it's happening, because you're like, yeah, this is life, this is how it's supposed to be. You're not like second guessing it, and you're not being like, when is it going to happen? It's just, you're in a high frequency energy. It's happening faster. It's happening so quickly that I think you give yourself a month purposely to kind of, because I feel like then after that, like, you're never gonna like return or something. That's crazy. I don't know what's happening, pile 2, but this is I know it's way more than people expected, but this is I would like your interpretation of these energies, because I interpret it the way that I see it from spirit, but the way I see and interpret these energies might be different for different people, but the energy is like valid. So pile 2, hope you enjoy the reading. Looking forward to a comment if you want to express your perceptions of this energy, and I wish you much love and light. Hi, beautiful pile 3. We're looking at divine love energies, their thoughts of you right now. Spirit's going to just do what a spirit's going to do. Whatever messages come through, it's going to be related to your divine love energies. But we're going to start with spiritual, emotional, mental, and then physical energies and thoughts that they might be having about you. It's kind of vice versa at this point. Your energies, their energies are yours. So I'm going to start spiritual, because I know I'm talking to my brothers and sisters, and for once it'd be nice to not have to start with the physical energies, just to appeal to people that are only interested in physical energies, right? Okay. Regeneration. Okay, wow. There's very similar themes going on. Yeah, okay, so I'm getting same energies, different ways people receive them. So I'm like, because I was asking my head, I'm like, is there a point in doing different piles? And they're like, yeah, because different people are at different points in their journeys, and they're going to receive the same energies that are coming onto the planet in different ways. So for you, pile 3 is through regeneration. 7 of Swords in reverse. Okay. New information. Okay, I'm getting like it's time to adjust with the new informations or even new opportunities that come through. Okay, so I'm getting it's more new information, but that new information could be related to new opportunities. But the main thing here is that you're realigning. You are realigning. They are realigning. There's a lot of realigning going on. So that's why a lot of twin flames are kind of connecting energetically very strongly at this point. But you're getting your physical life together, both of you. So it might take like a second, but you're connecting very strongly energetically at this time. If you're in contact with each other, you could probably see this. If you're together, you could probably see that like you're both actively rearranging your life. But I feel like a lot of people are still coming into physical union. And so it's just, you're going to see it more in your physical environment at this time. So done with the inner work, done with the energy changes. If anything, it's like the last push of the energy changes. But you're going to see a lot of physical changes happen as well, because you're already that far past the transition phase. So the transition phase might have lasted for some years. And you're already doing the energy work, and then the transition in between into the physical manifestations. You're already at the end of the transformation. You're already starting to manifest from physical things in terms of this union. So spiritually, yeah, you're both kind of now making physical moves based on this new information and new divine opportunities that are coming through. Okay, so what is going on emotionally between the two of you? Take a risk. Okay, so they are feeling like guided to take a risk for love, for this divine union. So they're not questioning or doubting their intuitive abilities. They're not questioning or doubting that you, their divine counterpart, exists, or that this connection is meant to be and meant to be great. And they are inclined, and they don't have any doubts. They don't have any qualms about taking a risk in order to find you, to make this union happen, or to take these steps in their life. Because I feel like it's not just their 5D relationship with you that they're manifesting, they're manifesting their 5D life as a whole. So you're a part of that. I feel like for this pile specifically, they would like to do that with you. Like manifest the rest of their 5D life with you in it first. Like they rather, like if they have to manifest 1 or 2 5D things before manifesting you, that's fine, but they'd rather do all of it with you first. Okay. Distance, the separation you are experiencing is necessary to help the relationship grow. But there's a reason Spirit is saying that we want to let a couple of things manifest before this union manifests. So if you two are already in union, it's like the next thing in union, your next project or whatever together, next experience, next cycle, whatever that is for you two. But I feel like most of you are just coming into union, physical union, and it's already unfolding. This divine union is already unfolding. But what Spirit wants to do is they want your person to manifest 1 or 2 things before manifesting this union, and then you can manifest everything else, because there's plenty more that you need to manifest. But I'm getting this, their spirit team wants them to manifest 1 or 2 things first before manifesting this union. Don't worry, it's not going to be long. You two are going to manifest the rest of the 5D life together. But I feel like your spirit team is wanting the same for you. They want you to manifest a couple of things, 1 or 2 things, before this physical union manifests. It's already in the works, all these things that you two are manifesting, plus this physical union. But in terms of the order things happen, there's a reason that they want 1 or 2 things to manifest before the two of you do. Okay, but I'm getting very close. They're so close. Like, it's already planned. It's already on the books when you guys are gonna meet, how you're gonna meet. You know, the plane tickets or train tickets or whatever. The vacation or the plan to drive to where you are, or you drive to where they are, or the event that you're going to meet at, or whatever. Everything's already locked into place, and something's on the books for you, something's on the books for them, for you two to meet. So that's already set. I feel like you both know about this thing that's going to happen. So this is a plan. Like, if you have, for example, if you have a wedding to go to in a couple months, like that's the thing, you know. Or if you have like a trip that you're gonna plan for like a couple weekends from now, like that's what's gonna happen. So whenever you two are gonna meet, it's happening very soon, and it's already booked. Like, both of you already know of this event or situation. That's related to union. But something needs to manifest before then for both of you. Okay, so let's look into the mental energies. First, like, stop talking. They didn't tell me anything else. I think it's because it's so close. They just cut me off. They're like, I'm not going to tell you more. I don't know. I think it's like my human self interacting with like that divine energy. It's like kind of funny how they're so warm and loving, but they're so like they're not human. Golden orange dragon. Expand your light for ascension. Yeah. Be a peaceful warrior. Help those in need. Remember your magnificence. Okay, so I feel like it's going to be related to your how you're going to be shining your light and how you're going to be helping others. That's what's manifesting. So it's probably like something job, career, soul mission related. That's going to manifest first before this union happens. It might not be like the full soul mission, but it might be just like a step in that direction. Because I do get like more things are going to manifest after you two have physical union. But there are 1 or 2 things that both of you are manifesting before. And it's like a step in that direction of your soul mission. So you might have been feeling very stuck in terms of your work pile 3, like in terms of your job, your career, your spiritual work, in terms of your charity work, like whatever you do, and that's like your service to others, you might have been feeling a little bit stuck in your creativity and how to express yourself, or how to like maybe not your creativity express, because I feel like the intuition is high. Both of your intuitions are on a high level right now, but it feels stuck in how to like bring that out to the world. So this is a thing happening right now, I guess, with twin flames, where you're holding so much more energy, you're holding so much more light than you ever did before, and you don't know which channels to completely shine that light into the world right now. You know, you don't know what avenue to kind of allow yourself to shine that light. So it's like kind of like you feel kind of stuck, and you feel like you have all this energy building up, and you're intuitive as heck right now. You probably could be very, very well spoken. You know, if you like doing art, painting, creating music, writing stories, even just telling funny jokes, like I feel like you're on top of your game right now. But you're probably feeling like, like I wish I could channel this in a way that's like more profound or something like that. And it's just because you're coming into that stronger. You're able to hold more energy, and you want to allow that energy to flow out of you. But like let that light shine. But I feel like you're meant to do it with others. That's why you're meant to do it with your divine counterpart, but also like your soul fam, your community. So you might have been struggling with something with work, career, or soul mission work, or your spiritual work recently. When I say spiritual work, I mean like your service to other spiritual work, like maybe like your friends always come to you for advice or something like that, or you always pull cards for people or something like that. When I say work, I mean like what you do to help others in this world, right? Whether it's something small every day or something big project or business, right? So you might have been struggling with something in regards to that recently. And now you're going to see around this time, you're going to get an opportunity or some forward movement in that area of your life. It's not going to be completely everything just yet. That's going to happen with this partner. But it's a step, and that's your sign that like this energy is popping open right now. Let's see. The Lovers, duality. Oh, interesting. Yeah, because you're coming out of duality, and I feel like you are going to be doing it with your lover, with your divine counterpart. But you're going to be relating to everything differently. I feel like for you, Pile 3 right now, the twin flame represents coming out of duality thinking. It's not just you, and it's just not black and white or right and wrong. It's not just one thing or the other thing. It's both, or it's all. And that's the significance of you coming together with your divine counterpart at this time. That it's not just your vision or you helping others. It's us, it's we, it's all of us, you know? Not seeing yourself as just you, seeing yourself as you and your partner, you and your family, you and your community, you and the collective. It's us doing this. You know, that's coming into 5D thinking. Interesting. Spirit is saying like that's why you need to that's why this like 1 or 2 steps in your soul mission needs to come through first, so you start thinking in that way. It'll be easier to think like we and us, which will help bring in your divine counterpart, but also kind of hit the ground running, so both of you can start. I'm getting brainstorming easier when it's like we, us, like, so it's like the bond is already formed. The thoughts that you two will have is like not like I'm doing this for my soul mission and I'm doing this for my soul mission. How can I help you with your soul mission? How can I help you with yours? It's more like, oh, this is our soul mission. What should we do to move it forward? What should we do? It's like, you're already thinking we and us. Okay. And what about the physical energies between the two of you? What are they thinking? Affirmations. To lift up your thoughts and energies and to attract what you desire, use positive affirmations. And we also get the Bachelor, what's it called? The Emperor. The Emperor, I'm getting, is affirming you. Okay, so, okay, you know that feeling you get when you meet someone and they share a similar like belief system, or they see things they see life and see things a similar way that you do, and it's just like so validating and fulfilling. And I feel like nowadays in our society, we look for like the bad kind of validation. People affirming like things in negative ways, like, oh, how you look, or you're not crazy for thinking this way, or like affirming things in others that's like not realizing that you're also affirming those negative traits in yourself, like affirming negative traits, I guess that's what it is, but not seeing it as negative because you can't see it in yourself. Like, you can't see that as like a objectively not the highest moral thing. I feel like this person comes in, your divine counterpart comes in and affirms all the most high frequency divine things, most like the best things in life, the best views in life, the most positive things in life. It's a different kind of affirmation. It's not, am I the a-hole kind of situation, right? You're not affirming that, like, oh, you're not the a-hole, like that person sucks. You're not affirming negative things, like, oh, because when you hear a lot of those, like, am I the a-hole kind of things, and like, oh, look at this person, like, I took a video of this person acting abhorrently at a store, or like, it's like we're trying to validate people's negative traits and negative behavior. Sorry, so like fire truck noises, ambulance noises from me during a reading is like, this is an important topic of conversation that's happening in the collective right now, or will be, because I pick up energies like a few weeks before it happens in the collective, especially if it's that loud, like a fire truck, like Spirit's like, this is going to be something really important in the next like a couple weeks from now. So remember that, and maybe you can have better conversations with people around you. But it's kind of like, yeah, we're affirming people's bad traits, and like, to a point, that's good to do in society, because it's like, oh, if someone's like going around and like harming people violently, like, you should shame them. And then, like, shaming them, back in the day, they had they'd hang someone who would like go around and mistreating people very violently. Like, they'd round up people, find the person, and kick them out, kick them out of the community, or off them. So like, there's you don't want to have to use shame, but you have to when you need to. But there's a lot of situations happening now where it's like, we're affirming people's negative behaviors and negative traits and negative qualities without pointing the finger at yourself and being like, do I have these qualities? If I keep getting angry at other people having these qualities, that's internalized anger. Like, you're getting angry at yourself. Like, people who don't have trauma, who have done a lot of healing, are at peace. People can be as rude as AF and be awful around them, and it shouldn't trigger you. Like, you should be calmly able to handle those situations. You might be the voice of reason in that situation, or you might be the strong person who's able to, if you wanted to, interject and be diplomatic in that situation. But most people don't just want to be like, oh, I'm right, that they were being bad, without understanding that they're affirming negative behaviors, affirming the bad things that are going on. What you need to do is affirm more good things. And I feel like your person, you're going to notice when they come in, they're going to start affirming so many like good things about you and life and the things around you guys. And it's going to create this like effect where you're just like constantly creating more and more positivity, it's when you get into the negative way of thinking, it's hard to pull yourself out of that into a more positive way of thinking. It takes practice. It doesn't just happen overnight. You have to constantly keep reminding yourself and choosing to think positively and think, most of the time, because sometimes you have to feel the negative feels if you're releasing something, or consider the negative side of things if you're trying to analyze a situation. But for the most part, you want to look at life peacefully come from a peaceful place, and that comes from being okay with who you are, recognizing the world is how it is, and find the positives, and then move forward with that. This person, they come in, your divine counterpart, and it's just like, you manifest more strongly when you're with someone who's manifesting with you. And that's the whole point of divine counterparts coming together at this time. Like, there's a reason that divine counterparts were pulled away from each other, and that dark energies wanted to attack those energy sensitive folks, or those who are divinely connected or remembered, or have that immense amount of love for other people, have that immense amount of love to give, can channel that immense amount of love from higher dimensions. And there's a reason you two are coming together now. There's a reason you're strong enough. Both of you are strong enough now. You can take on more. You're able to when you come together, you're able to manifest bigger, more positive, light-filled things. There's a reason people are coming together now. Light workers are coming together now to manifest bigger light energies for this world that has been in darkness for too long. To fight bigger darkness energies. There's a reason all this happening, unfolding, right? So, pile 3. I feel like right now, if you're not in physical union, whether you are or not, like, I feel like your person is like they're affirming you. They're affirming their belief in you. They're affirming their belief in the world, the kindness of people, that there's divine people that exist, that there are people who are willing to live their potential in this lifetime, to live in the light, to live in kindness and gratitude, and in those high frequency energies. They're affirming that day in and day out. Pile 3 exists. I know they're out there. I know there's others like us. I know we're coming together for a divine reason. I know that we're going to do great things. I know I would love to just manifest a nice picnic with them right now. I know we'd be able to manifest that picnic in 2 seconds. I know we'd be such powerful manifestors that if we want to manifest a weekend trip, we'd probably get gifted 2 tickets to someone's vacation that, couldn't make it anymore, and it just happened in 2 seconds. I know that's how powerful we are now, how strong we are, and what incredible manifestors the 2 of you are. All right, so pile 3. I really would like to know if you resonated with this reading, what you think about it. I'm just so happy that I can put more of these highly spiritual readings out there. I mean, you don't have to take it in a spiritual way. You can make it resonate in a way that makes more sense to you, or that is filtered through your perceptions, but the energy is valid. The energy is what it is. It's just experienced through people depending on where you are in your journey in different ways, and because of that. All right, pile 3. I wish you the best of luck. You don't need it, but I'm very happy for you. Hope you have a beautiful rest of the day, and I wish you much love and light. Hi, beautiful pile 4. We're looking at your divine love energies. and their thoughts of you right now. But to be honest, it's kind of like your energy and their energies are very similar at this time. When I look at the spiritual thoughts and feelings and emotional, mental, and physical, Spirit has been just kind of bringing through whatever. And I asked, like, at one point, like, do I have to even do separate piles? And they're like, yeah, because even though it's the same energy, like, people are going to be receiving it differently. But each of the pile has, like, a different version of these same energies, which I think is so cool. All right, so let's start with the spiritual. And I'm so happy because I know for readings like this with divine love, like twin flame readings, I'm going to be, connecting to my brothers and sisters that don't mind them starting with something spiritual rather than starting with just physical energies. Like, at some point it's kind of like, I don't mind doing the physical energies, but can we go a little further, the spiritual energies? I need to push myself, and I like to push myself with others who also push themselves. All right. So spiritual rebirth. Are you kidding me? Spiritual rebirth. All right. So yeah, all 4 piles had like a version of this energy in terms of what's going on spiritual. So like these energies are happening in divine counterpart energies, divine counterpart unions at this time. Very strongly, there's a spiritual like rebirth happening for sure. 4 of Wands, it's like the 1111 twin flame card, and it came out in reverse. I'm getting like going home, but going home spiritually. So I feel like I'm getting relocating. Like, so I'm getting both of you are finding a new home, are finding a new spiritual home. I described it in the previous piles, but I feel like this one very strongly is telling me, no, you're going home. You're going home. So I do feel like the two of you, for this pile specifically, maybe guided to kind of live with each other or close to each other at this time. Yeah, it's important that you two are close to each other at this time. Okay, so emotional. What's going on emotionally? Seek healing. Yeah, I did mention that when these kind of changes start happening, for some of the twin flames, you're going to have, you're going to kind of shack up with your divine counterpart in order to go through these changes together. I'm realizing with the current piles that I did for these energies that not every divine counterpart is going to immediately move in with their divine counterpart while these changes start happening. But for a lot of people, it's like not too soon after. So, but for this pile specifically, I do get that you two will be kind of living together or living like very closely together, like in the same area, so you can visit each other often. But most of you like together, living together, in order to kind of go through this change together. Interesting. Express your love. Is important to let people know that you love them. You have nothing to lose. Yeah, because I feel like there's this energy, like the amount that is transforming in your life. It's like everything, right? Everything, mind, body, and soul, and environment, world. Your entire worlds are shifting and changing to something much better. Your spiritual home, where you're meant to be. And this group specifically needs the love and support of their divine counterpart more so. This group might be one that might not have their soul family living close to them, or might have released a lot of people in their life, close friends, close family members, and so it's important to have your divine counterpart near you while you're going through these changes. So for this group, I think the reason it's like a little bit different than the other groups is because you don't have the physical resources in terms of people physically close to you, which is why the two of you are kind of checking up sooner rather than later. It's definitely healing for the two of you to do that, and it'll feel right immediately which is like because I'm like getting like some of you don't know who your divine counterpart is, or haven't seen them for a very long time, or have, you know, had not in a good place, you know, the two of you, or you haven't even met each other yet. This is someone new coming in. So it's like to have to like want to move close to each other or near each other or with each other, move in somewhere together is like a huge drastic change, and it's kind of like not something you think your rational mind would be okay with doing sooner rather than later. But I feel like this will intuitively, I mean, listen to your own intuition, but if you're very highly spiritual and you know, feel the right energy, that green light energy, then you know this is what's best for you at this time. Interesting. Okay, so mental energy. So what's going on? What's the divine planning for the two of you? Where are you two planning? Alpha Dragon. Harness the divine masculine power of creation. I do get, like, I love there's a bird here and a bird here. This almost looks like a phoenix. I love that it's like a blackbird, because blackbirds are usually the most like spiritual. I love that this alpha dragon is also black. It's like it's coming off like very powerful, very, very powerful. Destroy the old, visualize your dream, help to manifest a new world. I feel like this is like no BS, no messing around. This is what we gotta do. This is the inner work I need to do. This is the physical work I need to do. Let's just get it done, you know? I feel like there's no ifs, ands, and buts. There's no doubts. There's no questioning what direction to go in. Both of you are very clear about it, very organized, and very, like, you have a very good plan moving forward. There's a great collaboration effort between the two of you, and it seems like both of you understand, like, intuitively, like, this is what needs to happen. This is a really good direction to go in because we're both on the same page. I feel like you have like everything and all the details figured out, and it's just like, okay, this person knows what they're doing. This is the right direction to go. It just feels like very like shut case. It's like, yes, this is like, you make your pro and con list, or you make your what you need, what you want, and what you desire, or what you're working on kind of list, and they do the same, or like why, like what they need from this connection, or what they need from life right now, or what they're looking for, and you both of you do the same, and it kind of just like fits in really perfectly. I don't know, some sort of list. I just feel like organized thoughts. You have your organized thoughts, they have their organized thoughts, and I get this image of like the two of you talking at like some, you know, like diner or coffee shop or something, or at dinner somewhere, and you're just like going through this list, and it's just like, all right, that sounds good. like almost like a business transaction, but it's more than that. It's just more like there's so much going on in your side, and there's so much going on their side, that both of you are kind of really banking on the support and banking on this like mutual support system to kind of work through this very busy time for the both of you. Interesting. Yeah, and both of you are more about like, yeah, let's physically do things. Let's move forward. Let's get things done. The Hermit, seek truth. Yeah. Both of you are in hermit mode, or have been in hermit mode for a long time, or feel like you're in hermit mode, just because, yeah, because this pile specifically, it doesn't feel like you have too many people around you that you can kind of physically go to for emotional support, or doing like emotional inner work with. Yeah. So yeah, like lack of friends, family, soul family kind of thing, in the physical vicinity. So yeah, I feel like the two of you would, both of you very smart, very organized. Both of you kind of lay this out intellectually, but like even without the intellectual side of this, both of you intuitively know. Like besides all the great points both of you made, both of you intuitively know, like, this, like, before you, like, state your thoughts or go through your plan and organize things together, like, both of you already knew from the get-go, you know, that this is the direction you need to go. You can't go through this next leg of the journey on your own, that you'll need some support. And both of you seem very organized, have your things together, understand each other very deeply, and can provide each other with the things that other person needs, stability wise, emotionally, in terms of support and resources. Yeah. All right. And by the way, it's not a hookup situation. Like, if you are into my, like, readings, and if you're on this channel, like, no, like, cut that low frequency thinking. Like, that's not from here. Like, because I'm getting, like, this one or two people that, like, jump onto this reading and they are listening to these piles. It's like, you know, like, this is for high frequency folks. All right. So physical energies. What are the physical energies between the two of you? What are they thinking? Autumn. In the fall season, everything comes together and you reap wonderful harvest of abundance. So the time that I'm recording this is a timeless reading, but I am recording this when the fall season is about to start. When? Oh, wow. Exactly a week from now, I think, is the fall equinox. So, yeah, I feel like this happens in the, like, very soon, in the next few months, whenever you're watching this, or, like, the next season. This starts to, like, come together. But yeah, I'm getting more, like, no matter when you're watching this, like, the next few months, this starts to come together, like, pretty quickly, like, very quickly. Because it's, like, I'm getting from Spirit, it's, like, necessary for what you two are going to be taking on in the next chapter. King of Roses. Okay, King of Wands, executive producer. Yeah, I feel like you two are very organized. I feel like with the King of Wands here, like, you can really see the distant future. So I feel like both of you have your mindset on, like, very, very big goals. And this is, like, a very necessary step during this spiritual rebirth and transformation in your life to kind of set yourself up for the future. With a visualize your dream here, help manifest a new world. I feel like the two of you have really relinquished old 3D ways of behaving, thinking, and goal setting. And you need to be with someone at this time, a pivotal time in your life, when you're about to, you know, dream about the home you're going to create. So with this home card, I'm getting, like, both of you took a really, 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 really long time to set up the foundation for your home, to set up the foundation for your energy. And now you get to be creative and think about the home you want to create on top of it. The backyard, you know, what kind of siding, what kind of roof, what kind of, you know, rooms are going to be inside, you know, what is this going to life entail? You took a long time to build a foundation. Now, what is this house going to look like? And you can't have anyone interrupt your visualization this time when you set up goals for yourself for the future and what you want to accomplish in this lifetime. What kind of feeling do you want to have every day? How much do you want to work? What kind of things do you want to work on? What do you want to aspire to do? What kind of direction you want to take? How sure about this? Do you want, like, one concrete career, or do you want to put your hands in a lot of different projects? Like, this is the time to do it. And so you can't be distracted by people from your old life. You can't be distracted from 3D people, places, and things when you're manifesting your 5D home, because you don't want them to put on addition in your house that you weren't thinking of. You don't want a family member or old friend saying that you should install this wallpaper or you should install this flooring. It's like, who are you to tell me how to build my 5D home, right? So this is why it's really, really important to be with someone who can help you visualize the future, the short-term, mid-term, and long-term future. This person is it. So I feel like for you, your divine counterpart comes in really quickly, and it's, like, all, like, business first. It's, like, all, like, get to work. And it might seem like kind of like, oh, is that going to be fun? Yeah, it is. It's going to be a lot of fun for the two of you, because I feel like for the first time you can like kind of let loose and just kind of let yourself imagine and be creative. So it will be fun. And I think at first it's kind of like, it might seem more transactional. Like I'm getting very like, you're in someone's home and they're in the library and you're like, oh, thank you for letting me stay in your guest room. But I really appreciate it. And being very awkward because you don't really know each other too well, or this is a new like arrangement and both of you are trying not to like, both of you like each other, but it's like very like, I don't know, I'm getting like a romantic movie type of deal, where you're placed in this situation and then you figure everything out afterwards kind of thing. But it's kind of like very cute because both of you are kind of like being super aware of how you come off to the other person, and trying to be cute. It's like, well, actually, I was thinking about having breakfast. Would you like to join me for some? It's like, oh, well, actually, I, already had breakfast because I didn't know, if you were, I didn't want to go through your kitchen, but like, I can definitely grab some more tea with you if you. I was like, no, that's okay. You have breakfast early, got it. And feel free to have, go through the kitchen and use, like I'm getting this kind of this vibe. With each other, but I do feel like you learn to be comfortable with each other, and you get excited because you like want to hopefully bump into each other, like when you're walking throughout the home together or walking through the neighborhood together, and like you catch each other and then talk about what you're thinking about or ideas you had, and both of you start getting more comfortable sharing those things with each other, and that leads to the two of you just kind of feeling safe to be vulnerable and truly authentic and express your creativity as fully and as much as you want with the other person, and they'll reciprocate, and you both will then start forming these beautiful visions for your lives together without knowing it at first, or really feeling kind of a little bit awkward or a little bit like not so like just, that vibe when you're just meeting someone for the first time kind of energy is what I'm getting. So whether you know each other or it's been a while or you haven't met this person yet, whatever the situation is, I feel like because things happen so rapidly in the physical for the two of you, like it takes a second to kind of open yourself up again, and you two help each other do that in order to move forward physically. By daydreaming together and brainstorming together and talking with each other and enjoying each other's company. It's a lot of coffee dates kind of thing, curling up near the fireplace and talking until like early in the morning and not realizing because you're just so into whatever you're talking. That's the kind of vibe I'm getting for sure. Yeah, and so I do also see like these 4 piles as a kind of like almost like a timeline of how these energies are going to play out from pile 1, 2, 3 to this one. Like, this is kind of the energy of this time. It's kind of chronological, but also it's the same energy that people are picking up differently depending on their situation, but it's also just kind of a timeline a little bit of like where you're starting from the 3D and where you're going to when you start the 5D. All right, pile 5. So I hope you enjoyed the reading. If you resonated, I really appreciate like a comment, because now I know you're my soul fam. Like I know you get this energy. You understand these channelings. You're coming from the same light. So I'd really love to connect with all of you more. So yeah, leave a like and comment if you resonated. I hope you have a beautiful rest of the day, and I wish you much love and light.